Thanks for joining us tonight. Technology resources are coming back online tonight after a tech outage impacted systems all over the globe. That's specifically because of an issue with a Crowdstrike product. The company specializes in security software which looks for unusual patterns on your computer. Well, the anti-cyberattack software is deeply embedded into the Windows operating system. It's also used on devices running flight controls for airlines and in hospitals and banking systems. So what happened? Well, the company's CEO says this was not a cyber attack and did not impact Mac or Linux users running the software. With evolving threats, security programs like this get frequent updates. Crowdstrike says it sent out one of those updates last night, but a bug in the code caused disruptions for Windows-based systems. Millions of those computers experienced a boot loop. That's when the computer begins starting up, can't finish, and continually restarts that process. That bug also caused the notorious blue screen of death that many users reported. Now, Crowdstrike leaders also responded to the outage as its teams fixed the issue. In a statement on its website today, the company said in part, quote, "We understand the gravity of the situation and are deeply sorry for the inconvenience and disruption." It goes on to say it's working with customers to restore services. Meanwhile, an IT expert in Des Moines says you may not notice any issues on your devices at home. Instead, he says you'll likely see the impacts when you're trying to reach other websites or services that use Crowdstrike and experience an outage overnight.
Try not to panic that you can't reach a website. Again, there's likely nothing wrong with your individual computer. It's the website on the other end. It's the server on the other end.
Now, flights in and out of the Quad Cities International Airport are back in the air tonight. The outage stopped flights for all 4 airlines there. Nearly a dozen flights were delayed or canceled, most of them United and American Airlines.
The morning's been all right. We drove 2 hours to get here. Sorry to get here, and then we started to get a couple delays on the app from American Airlines, and we've been waiting for about an hour, but not too bad.
But if you are traveling in the next few days, the airport recommends you keep an eye on flight information with your airline directly. And hospitals in our area experienced some issues this morning. Both Genesis and Unity Point Health say they did not impact, or rather the outage did not impact their ability to provide care. Genesis also tells us many of its applications running Crowdstrike have been restored. Now, the outage also affected local government and emergency services. Scott County Sheriff Tim Lane says the disruption happened when most people were out of the office. However, the sheriff's office still experienced problems with its computer systems and uploading inmate mugshots.
Sheriff's office, of course, has computers that operate through the night, and that's particularly in the jail. And of course, some employees leave their computers on overnight. So it accepted the update, and it caused them to fail.
Now, the county's 911 services were not impacted by the outage. Meanwhile, in Rock Island County, the sheriff's office there uses Crowdstrike for cybersecurity needs. The 911 dispatch center did experience issues early this morning, but now nearly all services have been restored. So stay with News 8 as we learn more about this outage. You can see all of our coverage on WQAD.com right now. It's also available anytime on the News 8 app and our YouTube page.